There's a company trying to sell the sun, not solar panels, actual light from the sun. Their goal is to beam sunlight down from space and charge by the hour. This is another thing that was free, just like water and air, and now sunlight will have a price tag. But I need you to stay with me because I don't really think this is about the sun. Reflect Orbital wants to put giant mirrors in space. The mirrors catch sunlight and bounce it down to a spot on the ground at night or whenever they want. I don't know if you order it through an app, but the company founder said the company would charge about $5,000 an hour for the light of one mirror if a customer signed an annual contract for 1,000 hours or more. This company has moved past the idea stage. The government has said yes to their first mirror launches. So, my question is, who is this for? When I first heard about what this company is doing, my first thought was the sky. My husband loves astronomy. Of course, I thought about how he already complains about how satellites pretty much always interrupt his views now. He can't even go, and I'm being generous here, he can't even go 1 minute without a satellite whizzing by. But then I thought something else. What about light pollution? What happens to plants and animals when night becomes day? Do the flowers open up in the middle of the night while the pollinators are resting? What happens to the animals? The last thing I want to think about are running into some confused bats in the middle of the day. Flora and fauna are the main complaint that I could dig up about this technology. And then I dug a little deeper. I wanted to see what use cases for something like this were. What I saw didn't really make sense to me, and it kept niggling at me, but I couldn't figure out why. Even though they say they have thousands of requests from 157 different countries, this service is just too expensive for merely creating light in the dark. So let's talk about the dark. For every day, there's night, unless you're close to one of those earth poles where some days can last for a long time, as well as some nights. Regardless, no one owns the day or the night. But now we have a company saying that they can fix that pesky problem the night causes, a problem no one said that they had, with a solution nobody asked for. My mom always said nothing good happens after midnight, but this is absolutely ridiculous. The applications that Reflect Orbital says their mirror satellites are good for are lighting solar farms after sunset so that they can generate more power. Then they want to create light for rescue teams so that they can search after dark. They'll be able to light up disaster zones. They can light streets. They can also light farms for growing more food. But the thing is, all of those applications have a solution already. Solar farms have battery storage. There are even batteries that don't rely on critical minerals that are available, and they're cheaper. So, if backup batteries can help solar farms, could a helicopter with a searchlight or a drone with a searchlight help with rescues? Could high powered lights and generators help with disasters? Could grow lights help with crops? We already have solutions that are reliable and far less expensive than $5,000 an hour. But I guess this solution is more sustainable. But what is truly clean about 50,000 low Earth orbit satellites whose lifespans are about 5 to 10 years? This business model is attempting to disrupt several well established, more accessible solutions. This company is attempting to turn night into day with a technology that can be suppressed by a cloud. Is this a scam? But then last year, they got a grant from the Innovation Department of the Air Force. It wasn't huge, but they still won a grant. It's not just the Air Force, though. They've even held audience with the Crown Prince of Dubai. Also, the reporter on that story had to show proof of US citizenship for their visit to the facilities. But I guess that level of security is what we need for satellites with mirrors on them, turning night into day, right? This whole thing really feels like that James Bond movie, Die Another Day, the one with Halle Berry. In that movie, a mirrored satellite was used to harness the light of the sun.
Let there be light.
It was sold as bringing light to the darkest corners of the earth, but it was really a weapon.
Now you will see the true power of Icarus.
As a weapon, this technology makes so much sense. A searchlight can be shot out. This one's in space. A helicopter is loud. It warns everybody when it's coming. This technology makes no sound. A drone can be blocked or jammed. There's no signal to block here, just light that can flood a whole area that's miles wide. Everything that didn't make sense about this product makes sense in warfare. By the way, they named their first satellite, I think it's called Arendelle. I hope I said it right. It's a character from The Lord of the Rings. I read that he's like half elf and blah, blah, blah. Just know that he's a character from that series, just like Andorra and Palantir, which are both war tools. I couldn't find anything that linked Reflect Orbital to Peter Thiel's Founders Fund, but they seem like they'd be a really good fit for that, just like OpenAI was, and SpaceX, and Palantir, and Endural, and Flock Safety. The thing is, tools for war don't stay in war. They eventually get handed to the police. I want you to tell me in the comments what you think this technology is actually for. Thank you to everybody who's bought me a coffee or sent me a super thanks. It really means a lot to me. Subscribe if you haven't and select all notifications so you know when I post next. I want to thank Proton for partnering with me on this video. Last year, I migrated my emails to Proton Mail, and that's because I didn't want anyone reading my emails other than me and my recipient. But if you lose your password, that could become a problem because with Proton's strong encryption, they can't decrypt or recover your data for you because it's your data, not theirs. But Proton has a feature called Recovery Contacts. These are trusted people you can choose to help you regain access to your data if you ever get locked out, but they won't be able to access your account or data themselves. If you have Proton Mail like I do, I've linked the instructions for you to set up to 5 contacts. And if you don't have Proton, you need to know that Proton products are open source. Thousands of experts worldwide have audited it for its security. Proton offers plans ranging from free all the way to business. And personally, I started with the free plan, and whichever you choose to go with, use my link in the video description when you subscribe. I want to thank everybody for spending time with me. And if you can't wait for the next video, there's one over here for you. I don't know what it is, but YouTube says that you're going to like it. And far be it from me to disagree with the algo almighty. Okay, bye.